All right, welcome to another episode of the JayC Show. Good evening, good night. Harap semua masih bangun, masih sedar, beliang mata nangga, because tonight is another great night, and we have a guest on the show who is also involved in the recent Haji Baki cluster. But everything's all well now. Semua dah pulih, kembali kepada semua dah baik-baik lah. So today also we're gonna talk a few topics for you guys for the first segment. So stick around, grab a coffee, grab a bite, because this is the JayC Show. We're going to have some fun. We'll be right back. Alright, so macam biasa hari tu kami akan kongsikan beberapa topik yang menarik, just factual stuff, just to keep you guys entertained, keep you guys informed. So at least, you know, for now we're still at the pandemic edition of the JayC Show. We couldn't bring anybody on the set, so the best way to do the show is to share with you guys some interesting topics that I just found out on the internet, and you guys can do it as well. But no, since I'm already on it, so might as well just share you guys a few pieces. Now, the first topic of the day, topik pertama yang kami ingin berkongsi adalah tentang Antartika. So Antartika tu adalah satu tempat yang sangat-sangat sejuk. Mungkin siapa pernah pergi sia, memang sejuk lah. And a recent study by the New England Journal of Medicine on December 2019, a research found out that the longer you stayed in Antartika, your brain will shrink. So coba kita bayangkan, satu research telah dibuat oleh the New England Journal of Medicine, sidak bola kajian yang mungkin kita spend masa yang sangat-sangat lama di Antartika. Antartika dah semua negara juga lah. Otak kita banding jadi kecil, masih boleh berfikir, cuma hanya size-nya aja. Disebabkan oleh mungkin kemungkinan disebabkan oleh suhu yang sangat-sangat sejuk. So apa-apa yang kita simpan dalam peti ais kapanya akan memang maintainnya pun shape atau akan kecut. Macam lah. Biasanya cuci baju panasnya kecut, tok sejuk otak kecut. Benda lain kecut mesti tahu lah. So pandai-pandai fikirin pun. Alright, that's topic number 1 of the day. Now moving on to the second topic, we're gonna talk about bicycle. Alright, so kami pasti anda di rumah dan siapa-siapa yang menonton episod tu memang ada sidak yang memang kuat main basikal, yang suka berbasikal basikal daripada bandar sampai ke airport Petrajaya, sampai ke jambatan tol, nang rami-rami pakai basikal, nang tinggi-tinggi macam ya. Ada satu kajian tu, ada satu artikel tu lah, bukan kajian lah, pakai apa orang mengkaji pasal basikal. Ada sikit artikel tu. There's an article that shows that there is the longest bike in the world, and it's over 135 feet long. Okay, 135 kaki panjangnya basikal. Nang panjang di basikal lah, pada fikir tu ang. So it's a bicycle that's 135 feet long. So you can imagine that. Si tahu lah berapa orang harus mengayuh ya, sekampung kali main basikal lah. Tapi best juga pun ada basikal macam ya, si tong berpecah gimana. Oi, lelah kami mau beli basikal tu, kami mau beli basikal lah, beli sikit basikal 135 kaki panjang. Kayu tu orang ambil ya, daripada tol sampai ke sepasar. So there's an interesting fact. We never know, there might be a long range car as well. Mungkin di masa depan akan ada kereta yang panjang ya, berapa kaki yang panjang ya. Tapi kepada peminat-peminat basikal di luar nun yang suka berbasikal, basikal tu angsi lah, hebat gila. Hebat-hebat juga lah, mahal, tapi itu panjang. Now moving on to the next topic, I want to talk a little bit about chocolate. Yes, mungkin kita tu ada yang tengah makan coklat di rumah. Kita tahu, walaupun punya roti kah, punya biskut kah, punya kuih kah. Okay, ada sikit study tu lah, ada sikit kajian tu. Find out, there's a research that recently found out that chocolate actually can influence people to buy more romantic novels. So bagi sesiapa yang meminati novel-novel yang berkaitan dengan cinta-cinta, you know, cinta berapa hari, cintai kami sang kita sang kami novel-novel macam ya. Coba kita ambil coklat, masuk ke library ke kedai buku ibu tambah coklat macam ya, lu cari buku macam ya si kita makan dulu atau kita hidu baru coklat nyanyikan mencetuskan, you know, ada perasaan untuk membaca bahan yang romantik. So tu adalah tips lah untuk pandai pakai tips mau dating apa ambil coklat engkau dalam kereta. pakai perfume coklat. Ini tahu lah, ini tahu. So alright, it's an interesting thing kadang-kadang because satu kajian tu, they found out that benda-benda yang manis boleh mencetuskan, aroma untuk yang romantic. So for those out there who wants to go on a date, chocolate can stimulate the feeling of the need to read something romantic. So these are all interesting facts here on the JayC Show. Hope you guys learned something out of this segment. We'll be right back for another segment right here on the JayC Show. We'll be right back. All right, welcome to the JayC Show, and our today's guest, we have a graphic designer, entrepreneur, and also a vocalist, a musician as well. We're going to talk a little bit about what he does and how this CMCO PKPB has been affecting his work as well. But we're going to find out more with our guest for this edition. We have Mr. Afiq in the house. Hello, Afiq. Sehat, bro?
Hello. Sehat, bro.
Bye. So, how are you, Afiq? How are you doing, Neto? How is business? Kita tahu memang PKPB. So, sila dah habis lah PKPB sebenarnya. Sebab dah habis lah PKPB a few weeks before. Tapi let's talk about the pandemic as a whole. Afiq seorang yang graphic designer, as I was told. Seorang vocalist in a band. You have a band yourself. Simfotra, what's up? And also you are an entrepreneur, an usahawan. So how does pandemic affect your business in terms of graphic designing wise? Kita touch on graphic design dulu.
Okay, graphic design dulu. Okay, so far buat masa tu,
Macam ni business, how's business doing during this pandemic for graphic designers?
Before tu kita ada one or two platform, so bila times to pandemic tu try to expand more lah.
Yalah dek. Tapi ada projek-projek yang terbaru lah tu. Si perlu sebut lah, tapi adalah projek nak.
Ya, so far kita baru sampai Kuching actually. Bagi dari ini. Ya. Baru sampai ke Kuching.
Oh, that's cool. So mostly graphic designing tu macam ni, or mostly pola projek yang macam ni, commercial ke atau maybe government ke atau macam ni?
Oh, it depends you lah. So government sector, then mostly kena kami orang mula untuk dah usahawan advertising lagi.
So in terms of graphic design pun business lah, what usually projek apa yang selalu Afiq bola and then yang ambil even sampai gini tu, even though it's pandemic, tapi masih boleh jalan sebabnya digital business lah in a way. So projek usually Afiq tu ambil projek apa sebenarnya?
Okay, mostly printing. Lebih kepada pencedakan dengan online. Basic main businessnya memang bahagian design and print lah.
Wow, that's good lah. And then also let's move forward to a little bit. Let's talk a bit about your entrepreneurship, usahawanan lah. Like you also have different businesses. Bisnes apa juga yang dibola?
Okay, before tu, mungkin tak kini tu memang dari segi advertising, dari segi printing semua. Kita before tu ada try lah pola kita bisnes makanan, jual dah produk, kita baju kanak-kanak pun
macam-macam lah, ada pernah coba lah. That's good. So Afiq juga dikenali sebagai seorang dalam satu band lah, band local band Simfotra nama band lah. So macam ni masih aktif ke? Masih perform ke? Masih berlatih bersama ke? Ada pola single ke apa ke?
Okay, buat masa tu kami orang still slow down dulu, tapi memang akan ada dalam perbincangan lah untuk reunion.
Harus. So itu kan susah mau bergig lah, mau perform lah, mau live show pun susah. At least tong dapat bola lagu, stream online macamnya. Ni tahu meletup ke apa?
Memang semuanya kita mau expose dari segi artwork, dari segi kita pun karya apa semua melalui online je. Buat masa tu lah. Offline pun memang boleh.
Semua everything kan juga online. Susah sikit lah berbanding dengan dulu.
PKPB tu.
Yalah. Also mau touch on sikit lah sebab Afiq diri adalah seorang berasal daripada yang kini tu diam di Haji Baki lah.
Oh, so, ya.
I believe Afiq ada pula apa-apa during the cluster that's happening di Kampung Haji Baki. I also followed that Afiq ada pula a few kebajikan untuk Kampung Haji Baki. Apa yang dibuat lah Afiq pas saya?
Okay. Dari segi because I'm part of dalam situation dia lah. Jadi dalam masa yang sama kita mau bila waktu PKPD tu kita tahu PKPD kita keluar masuk memang dah si dapat lagi lah. Kita memang stay di rumah, stay at home. Kita mau beli dak bang makan apa semua nang si dapat. Tapi ada a few lah, ada kebajikan hantar ada makanan
help lah ya.
Apa yang kami dapat tolong dari rumah pun kita just spread the words. Yang ni badan-badan yang mau membantu. Jadi kami mula kita poster ke apa ke nak untuk
beri sumbangan grafik macam ya lah, sumbangan grafik menyumbang untuk memberikan message keluar. Tapi macam ni Kak, saya lah, adakah ada mengubah apa-apa semasa PKPD yang berlaku di Haji Baki? Adakah? Tapi mostly semua orang di rumah lah nak. Semua orang di rumah, saya dah keluar lagi lah.
Nasib rumah kami orang memang tepi jalan juga, jadi dapat nangga lah. Selalunya memang kita akan nangga kereta kelang kelus. Tapi time nang kosong. Because actually sepatutnya di extend lagi 2 weeks. But Alhamdulillah bila dah semua berakhir dalam 2-3 hari selepas diumumkan dilanjutkan dah yang batalkan.
Bagus juga lah. Bagus juga lah, semua berdisiplin, semua diam di rumah. Nak TV ke apa, main game ke apa. So Afiq diri selalu bola apa di rumah? Selain mun saya dah bola kerja, apa di bola di rumah juga? Tok mau nanya dok, mun saya dah kerja.
Memang Netflix lah. Kini tu
macam ada lain lah. Ya benar. Online lah macam-macam kita boleh cari unsur hiburan dalam online. Walaupun kini tu PKPD ke PKPB apa-apa PKP lah. Tapi yang semestinya bisnes boleh jalan, and then yalah si sama mau dengar muzik juga lah. Hopefully Afiq ada muzik yang akan release. And kerja, semoga kerja sentiasa ada yang lancar. Tapi apa projek yang upcoming yang Afiq tengah busy ni tu? Ada upcoming projek ke apa ke tu?
Buat masa tu kami orang still dalam pemasangan stiker lift di hospital area Sarawak lah.
Cuma berkaitan dengan more to government pun work lah, projek dengan government lah cuma. So baguslah at least ada kerja juga lah lepas the PKPD ke PKPB bahir, at least ada kerja jalan tak nak untuk ya. Tapi banyak sih orang daripada Haji Baki yang berbisnes di luar. Banyak sih yang Afiq kenal.
Banyak juga. Ya, ada kebanyakan yang sudah penduduk Haji Baki ada yang mula kedai bisnes pun mostly makanan lah. Di area yang
jual makan.
Makanan. So benda ya pun bila PKPD berlangsung memang agak terjejas sikit lah.
Betul. So Afiq also memang dah lama dalam bidang graphic designing semua, so harap bisnes akan terus maju. Banyak lagi job-job yang akan datang, and hopefully kita boleh work together juga lah, sebab dalam dunia media dan broadcast tu memang berkaitan dengan hal-hal graphic design, visuals, everything semua macam boleh. So sebelum tu kami mau berterima kasih kepada Afiq sebab sudi mulai interview tu on the JayC Show. Harap benar-benar dah okey, semua settle down. Datanglah ke studio lepak-lepak, kita beloya-beloya lagi. Banyak dia mau beloya tu, tapi masa masih cukup. Boleh Afiq?
Boleh. Invite tak?
Boleh. So thank you so much Afiq, stay safe and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for being part of the show. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back to the JayC Show. Now we're moving on to the last segment of the show. And before we move on to our next topic of the day, I'd like to first wrap up a little bit about the interview that I had earlier with our guest today, Afiq, who is also a graphic designer, a musician, a vocalist in a band called Simfotra, and also an entrepreneur here in Kuching, Sarawak. And he's also one of the people who's living in Kampong Haji Baki, who recently was one of the cluster. But we're glad that everybody in Haji Baki is doing really, really well, and I hope sesiapa yang berada di Kampung Haji Baki neto, kami beri kita all the best, and harap anda semua sentiasa teruskan kesehatan yang that is good for everybody at home. So also for everybody who out there who is a graphic designer enthusiast who wants to have business of their own, don't give up, because better things are coming. Like our brother Afiq here today. Regardless of what happened during this pandemic, things are still moving around. And don't lose hope, because being in a digital business, like in graphic designing, visual artists, or videography, there's always there's always projects coming in. Especially now that the Sarawak is a state where actually blooming in terms of the digital industry. And we want to urge everybody who has the passion to do more in this production industry, just go out there and do your thing. Hone your craft, practice your skills, because you never know, you could be the next top designer, the next top visual artist in the production industry right here in Sarawak. Now, of course, moving on to this last segment as well, I'd like to touch a little bit on the year end, because right now we're almost moving to the month of December, and we're almost finishing up November. And I hope everybody's out there at home or at work. Hope you guys are doing great, and just do your thing. Hope for only the best for the year that is about to come, which is 2021. I know December is going to be the last month for us all for 2020. It's been such a joyride. There's bittersweet moments for all of us during this year. But do not lose hope, and do not be frowned, and just be grateful that we're still able to live up to this time around. Especially, COVID has been around for almost a year, about a year perhaps. So who's out there who's still battling COVID-19, like the frontliners, stay strong. We're going to get through this. And hopefully, as I mentioned in a few episodes before, that the vaccine is coming up soon. So we can only pray for the process to be at ease. So now also, I'm going to set this up real quick for anybody out there, siapa yang berada di rumah yang ada Facebook dan Instagram, untuk ada Facebook dan Instagram, follow kami orang, okay? On Facebook, the JayC Ho, JayC Ho, and Instagram sama juga. Komen atau inbox ke apa-apa cara pun boleh, post saja, and berilah resolution untuk tahun 2021. Give us your resolution for 2021. Sorry, beli-beli lagi, banyak gila bahasa dipakai. So give us your resolution. Just contact us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and of course for YouTube as well. If you're watching this episode on YouTube, leave us a comment about your resolution and what you plan to do for year 2021. Although memang netok susah lah mau plan apa nak sebab pandemik. Kejap mau plan benda, ada aja PKP ke apa-apa yang akan terjadi. So kita sih tahu. Tapi ibu manas, ilek, ibu angol, tok semua adalah untuk kebaikan kita semua. Untuk pastikan kita sehat, kita si awal. Faham sih? Faham lah apa maksud? Ya, semua sebut TB tak bah, kelak sensitif. So plan ahead. 2021 is going to be the year for everybody. We have one more month left to celebrate 2020. Harap anda masih semua terhibur dengan the JayC Show, and we're not going to go anywhere. We've got more exciting episodes coming up soon, and we can only hope for the best. And we want to bring more guests on the show. We want to bring more performance on the show. And we have a surprise for the month of December. So surprise ya, ada kejutan dalam bulan Disember atau bulan 12 tu, bulan terakhir 2020 tu, JayC Show ada satu surprise, ada special edition kami semua pada awal. Kelak kami akan ada. Selamat lagi. Kami semua review banyak gila. Spoiler. Selalu orang tak beri spoiler, manas kawan. Bos spoiler, mau nangga. So there's a big surprise for you guys, for the viewers out there, from the JayC Show, where there's a big edition coming up soon that I will not reveal anything yet. I don't give any more spoilers out there, because it's a surprise, it's a gift for everybody who's enjoying the JayC Show thus far. So kepada semua penonton-penonton setia the JayC Show, mun ada lah, mun saya dah kami humble bah, sila bani confident dah kami tu banyak fans or viewers ka. Okay, siapa aja kami tu? Humble. Right now, we're gonna move on. We're gonna wrap up today's show, our last segment, last piece for us, last piece of advice from me to everybody at home. We have one more month left to celebrate 2020. Let's make the best out of it. Eat your favorite food, hang out with your friends and family, but SOP, physical distancing, social distancing semua penting. And we hope we hope on behalf of the whole production team that we can see you guys next year. And please leave us a comment on all social media platforms. We can't wait to talk to you online on social media because we want to interact and bergaul lah dengan toang, bukan TV je, bergaul lah dengan on Facebook, okay? So akan berjumpa lagi, and there's going to be more exciting things coming up from the JayC Show. We're going to be back on the next edition of the JayC Show. Good night, good evening, and selamat malam, and Wang San, Wang An. Salah sebut Cina tapi so it's fine. Wang An, okay? That's all for me on the JayC Show. See you guys on the next episode. Peace!